What is up, comic fam? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and I've got a very exciting Kirby edition to unbox today. So before we go any farther, check this out. All right, real quick, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you're alerted anytime future videos drop, as well as check out my Instagram page. And I do have a secondary Instagram page if you're looking to buy any books. There's nothing crazy on there, just a lot of good back issues. And if you don't see anything on there you're looking for, feel free to message the page directly. We don't mind going and digging through back issues. And it's all priced to sell, so definitely check it out. And hope you can all join us this Sunday, every Sunday night at 9 p.m. for Out Weeks In, where we do the spoiler-filled look back at this week in comics and just do the live show and hang out. I normally have my good friend Ryan from the Cosmic Campfire, as well as Chris the Comic Vet on there. And I just have a blast talking with the chat and everything. So let everyone know to come hang out. Let them all know that fandom happens here, and we have a blast talking about all things comics every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, getting right to it. This has been an amazing past week for hunting comics locally, as well as just finally pulling the trigger on something that I've been looking for a while. And I found it online for a great price and sniped it at the last minute. So I wanted to go ahead and show off some of these things that I found locally. The Mega Key book that I picked up, it's a personal grail, and it's definitely a key, like by everyone's definition of the word. And I'll also have another Kirby care package. These things are fantastic. So plan on showing off some books. Let's open that Kirby care package. Let's just have some good old time appreciating the most legendary comic artist who ever exists, Jack Kirby himself. So first off, I did get an upgraded copy of one of the coolest characters, and that's Omak, the one-man army, issue number 1. And there he is. And he's actually Commandy's actually his like great grandfather or something. Like Jack Kirby did an amazing job with all the stories, tying them in with each other, very indirectly in some cases and very directly in other places. But I do have this book, but I got this upgraded copy. This is definitely in way better shape than my last one. So I do want to get all of my DC Kirby first stuff slabbed up and presented. I can't see it now, but I have like my New Gods #1 up there, my Mr. Miracle #1, as well as my Forever People #1. So those are ones that I've already had, and I've got, I think at this point I have all of them now. But next up, I found this out in the wild, guys, and it's a low grade copy, but it's a total banger. It's a definite key, a big key. You can even say a king size key, because this is Fantastic Four King Size Special #6. And that's the first appearance of not just Annihilus, but Franklin Richards. And it is a beater copy, but I found this bad boy for $5. So I couldn't pass that up. This is the only copy of it I have. It's beautiful, beautiful art on it. Like, I mean, just look at that. It's such a great cover. And then next up, I got a couple of slabs. This one I was excited for because I love more the offbeat characters and stuff like that. And this is DC First Issue Special, issue number 5. And this is the first appearance. Let me get it out of this bag. It's going to be the first appearance of Manhunter. Now, Manhunter is such an interesting character. He's going through different changes over the years. And as you see, it is slabbed up. I'll show the grade in a second. But this is the Mark Shaw Manhunter. So back in like, I think it's strange. Dang, I'm drawing a blank. But Paul Kirk was the first Manhunter back in the day. And he got the Kirby treatment and got put in the red suit and everything. And then Mark Shaw became the second Manhunter. And then later down the road in Justice League, they changed the mythos up again and turned him into the robotic peacekeeping force that the Guardians used before the Green Lanterns. So this is the first appearance of the Mark Shaw Manhunter in a 9.0, and it's an old CBCS label, which I'm perfectly fine with. Again, these actually are like they're not the quality cases that they have now, but this still a good case. Like I'm very impressed with it. The label is not as catchy as the CGC ones or even the current CBCS labels, but it's awesome book, amazing shape to have it in a 9.0. I'm very excited about that. and just that beautiful Kirby art. I mean, look how savage that is. That's a severed head pegged to the wall. Like, it's super cool. But I think it's Adventure Comics that he first appeared in, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. But here's the big boy. This is the one that I've had my eye out for a while. I was looking for it before the comic market kind of blew up, and it tripled in value, and it's been really expensive. And I know that the Snyder Cut coming out had to have a lot to do with it because everyone loved that Darkseid appearance. He was a big part of what was so exciting about that movie. Like I said, I've got Forever People up there, which is considered the first full appearance of Darkseid. But his actual first appearance was in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 134. Boom. And he is only on one panel, one page, and it's just his face on a TV screen. Like, I have read this. This is not my reader copy. It's clearly slabbed. And I know people feel differently about slabs, but I want them all slabbed for the presentation of it and as well as the keepsake of it. All these DC Kirby First stuff. And I got it in a 7.0 CBCS. It's got the new label, but it is not their newest slabs. So this is the first one I have with a new label that's not in their newest slabs, because I do have CGC and CBCS both. I don't heavily favor one over the other. If I'm buying them, I'm honestly looking for CBCS first. And I know from firsthand experience, as well as hearing it from so many other people, CBCS grades a lot more harshly than CGC does. And if CBCS sell for less than CGC, why wouldn't I want to buy a cheaper 7.0 that I can almost guarantee if I got it reholdered with CGC, it would be a higher grade than that without a press and a clean. I took a 5.0 CBCS with a press and clean up to an 8.0 CGC. And I mean, it's just, you hear these stories all the time. So CBCS, knowing they're harsher on the grades, but the price is cheaper. So I basically paid like 6.0 CGC prices for an 8.0 CGC probably. It doesn't make sense just to go pay premiums on everything, shop where the market is not, kind of thing. I mean, I understand if you don't want to take the time, effort, and energy to reholder it, or if you're trying just to flip it or something, but this is for my PC. And if down the road I feel like changing the holders up, which I probably won't, like I probably won't even get this one reholdered. Like I don't mind seeing the different cases on them. It's kind of cool seeing it change over the time and everything. But man, very, very excited to get all these books in the collection. I mean, just look at that. That is fantastic. I think Darkseid is hands down one of the coolest characters that Jack Kirby came up with, and I was so pumped to finally get that in the collection. So we have this Kirby care package. If you've watched the channel before, you've seen me unbox one of these. I got the special edition New Gods one. This is for every Kirby care package series they do a special edition and a standard. There is a price difference, and the difference is one will come with an art stat or one of a kind piece. And I got a commandy page in the last one, and in this one I didn't go for that. I was just kind of more price shopping, and I just had to have one of the limited prints that came in it because what the limited prints are going to be, but then there'll be extra items from the Kirby estate itself, property of Jack Kirby's, old books of his, stuff like that. And they're not limited to comics, but let's go through here one at a time and look at these limited prints. And what it is they teamed up with DC on a lot of stuff to get some images that Jack drew that DC owns and make prints of them. So they're exclusive only to these boxes, as well as stuff from the Kirby estate itself. So this first one, oh, wow, this is gorgeous. Witch Queen art originally meant for Spirit World magazine, later used in Weird Mystery Tales. So we have Horoscope Phenomenon or Witch Queen Ancient Sumerian. Look at that. God. That is gorgeous. And you see that they're all hand numbered at the bottom and signed by Jeremy Kirby, Jack's grandson, who's in charge of the Kirby estate. Dude, that is absolutely gorgeous. And it's very fitting for this box. All right, the next one up is, now I did get a little pin, like an actual pin that you would wear of this character. And this was something that was in his personal stuff, a character he just would doodle around with. It's Star Angel Fantasy art by Jack Kirby. So that's super sweet. his designs are just so one of a kind. Like you always know when you're looking at some wild Kirby stuff, like the way he would do like his Kirby crackle and everything. Like and he would just draw energy. And perfectly, the last print is the actual one that I wanted to get the box for. So we'll wait to show that. Let me show you what else came in the box real quick. It did come with a postcard that has original art on the back of his. See if I can get it to focus. And then it has a cool image on the front as well. Yeah, that's fantastic. So trippy. And it has the Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube and all that stuff on how to find them. Next up, we have a bookmark that I've gotten the previous ones. It looks like it's got Galactus on it, which most of these are very DC oriented. They're either DC properties or like original art stuff. I'm sorry about the focusing thing. I've still got to get used to the new camera setup. I apologize. But yeah, that's such a cool image. And this is super cool. So the last one I got a New Gods comic owned by Jack Kirby, and this one from Eclipse Comics. It's Destroyer Duck #2. That amazing Jack Kirby cover. Now, Destroyer Duck. Look up the history of it. The creator was a part of the Howard the Duck team, and that all went south. And he made this in spite of losing Howard the Duck. But to get a Destroyer Duck from the Jack Kirby estate, owned by Jack Kirby, that's just fantastic. Oh, and there's another bookmark in it. Super cool. Yeah, so definitely flip through the pages of these things in here. You never know what's going to be in there. And like Chris, the comic vet, says, whenever you get a Kirby book, no matter what, you've got to open it and check that front cover. You never know when you might just strike gold and find his signature just hiding in one of them. But man, dude, his artwork is insane. It's good stuff. Man, I absolutely love it. All right, the final print, the one that I was definitely going for, the one that I ordered this specific box for, and that's going to be, boom, Etrigan, the demon. So it's that first big cover splash page when Merlin draws up the demon in Camelot to save the city, not knowing what kind of hell he was releasing on the earth. So that's arguably my favorite Jack Kirby character. It's really, really tough because Darkseid's way up there, Mr. Miracle's way up there. Like when it comes to the DC stuff he did, it's just so amazing. He left such a footprint in DC Comics that lives on till today. Darkseid's the biggest bad guy that's ever existed in comic books. You have characters like Etrigan that I don't know why I'm just completely drawn to him. He's so cool. He's definitely my favorite part of Justice League Dark right now. I'm still just waiting on pins and needles to see how Etrigan the Demon's going to get attached to Detective Chimp like he was in Future State. But this is amazing. I should have pulled my copy of the Demon out just to show it off. I love to get to show it off. It's only a 4.0 CBCS, so it's like a 13 CGC or something. But I do want to get a higher grade copy of that or something. I actually have a second copy I picked up here recently from my honey hole that I'm A-okaying to Ryan over at Cosmic Campfire because he's been into the Justice League Dark recently, and Etrigan kind of stole the show in a Future State in one of the issues. But dude, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. That artwork, those dynamic stances, those poses. You got Merlin up there. He is a fiery force who, like my power, has spanned the ages. I have summoned him to Castle Brannock, and he has come first as a man, then as the demon. And dude, that's awesome. Edited, written, drawn by Jack Kirby, lettered, and inked by Mike Royer. So I'm excited to have this. I have no frame, so I have like 6 of these art prints now. I would love to get that Darkseid and Atlas and Highfather that I already have framed up, and just I don't know where I'm going to put them. I got to find a good wall to put them on. I might just I don't know if you'd be able to see it good. Anyways, I might just take the Superman down and put some pegs up there where I can rotate those out with that. I ain't even thinking about taking that Superman poster down. I love it to death. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of those pickups, those books, dude. I can't believe that I scored out like that. Major win. Got that Jimmy Olsen, that first appearance of Darkseid First appearance of the Mark Shaw Manhunter. Just awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Just bam, 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 bam. Great stuff. So let me know what you think about those Kirby care packages. Have you ever thought about getting any of them? Did you know that they were even out there? When I found them, I'd never heard or seen them before. Then one day, boom, there they were. And now I got 2 of them. I'm about to probably go lay down in bed and window shop and see what's coming with new ones, or see if they still have any older ones I might be interested in, and probably get another one on the way. Until next time, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you hadn't already. And as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.